Hello, my name is Stephen Jones with LinkedInsight.com. Welcome, and we will be discussing in this particular video LinkedIn polls and the changes around those polls that LinkedIn is doing for us, whether you're ready for them or not. So this will be a fun little interactive video that will show you a little bit about the news around the LinkedIn polls, um, and what you can do and what you can't do um, in regards to the polls. So let's jump right in, and let me show you a poll that was done recently. We got some good exposure and some good results from our polls. And by the way, even though you'll still be able to do polls completely different than the way that they are done now, it's good to do them, number one, just to get interaction, involvement, engagement around a topic that you want to present to your audience. Another reason to do polls is just to genuinely get feedback. Maybe there's a particular question that you have in relation to your business. So polls are excellent for that. So this was one that we did. What to use LinkedIn for the most? Got 154 votes and 12 comments. So let's look at this in your polls section within your profile. You can click on polls, and it gives you a little notification there. June 30th, 2013, the LinkedIn polls that will be discontinued. I was a little bummed when I first heard about it, but there's actually some benefit to what you can do with the new, well, not necessarily new, but what they're making available still in the polls, and we'll talk about that. So you can click there. They're going to give you a little bit of information around why they're doing this, and what you can do and what you can't do. So we'll look at that here. It says LinkedIn polls no longer supported after June 30th, which is a Sunday. One of the things to take note of is you'll no longer be able to create them, obviously, after that date, but you won't be able to access any of your older archived polls either. So that's a big deal. And I'll tell you what we did with ourselves and with our clients is we just did a screenshot of the results. So from any of your polls between now and the 30th of June, you can go view them, do a screenshot of the poll, and if you don't know how to do a screenshot, just Google it. Google will tell you, because Google knows all. And screenshot it, keep it, and you can keep it for all eternity, and use it however you want to going forward. They will continue doing polls in the groups, and that's what we'll talk about in a moment. And was this information helpful? I'll say yes. So let's go back to LinkedIn here. So what you'll be able to do is go through any of your groups that you're currently a member of, or certainly your own group, if you're the group manager. To access groups, if you don't already know, you just hover your little mouse there over interest, and then you select groups, and now you're there. So what I'll do from here is just walk you through how to create a poll, and one of the interesting features around creating a poll that you weren't able to do in the original functionality. So I'm going to select we'll select Social Media Mastery for Business Leaders. This is our group. It has great content in there for social media. Feel free to jump into that group and check out some of the content. So starts off extremely simple. From the home page of any group, one of the options that you have is poll. It doesn't get any simpler and easier than that. You just click on poll. There you've got your box for your questions. You have a 200 character limit for your question, a 40 character limit for your answers, and you can have up to 5 different answers. So I've pre-selected the question here. This is actually the original question from the other poll. I'm just going to copy and paste for the sake of time, primarily because I'm a slow typer, and copying and pasting is just easier and better for everybody. Actually, I'm just going to do these three answers here. One of the things they recommend, if your answer is longer than the allowed character space of 40, is just a comment on your own poll, and then you can add additional information there. So this is very similar to what it was before. The only difference is you've got to do this per group. You'll be able to ask your question, select your answers, put your answers in there again up to 5. But here's the interesting thing. You can change how long the poll lasts, which is exciting because on the original polls feature functionality that LinkedIn had before, it was only 30 days and you really couldn't change that. So this particular question, I really don't want it to go out for a year. I don't think I want to collect that much information, that much data. So I'm going to back it off a little bit, and maybe we're in June 2013. Why don't we make this run until August 26th of 2013? So question, answers, select your date, share, and your poll will now be a live discussion in the group. And this, as you can see here, will show up right there. People can vote. People can comment. I'm going to go ahead and click on my own poll, and we'll show you another very interesting feature. So once you've once you've created your poll, the comment box there is very familiar. Here's something you'll be able to do. There's a link right there. In any open group on LinkedIn, you can highlight, select, copy, and now I have an external link, and I can use that link. I can actually post that in other groups if I wanted to. I could post that link in my email campaign to my database. I can post this link as a tweet on Twitter. I can post this link on Facebook to different business groups. Whatever you want to do with it, the external link is a valuable tool, and the poll shows there. Nobody's voted yet. So sad. It's only been live for 20 seconds, but I'm sure we'll get some comments. Hope this was very helpful. Again, my name is Stephen Jones with linkedinsight.com. That's www.linkedinsight.com. Have yourself a great day, and check back with us again on more instructional videos on using LinkedIn.